most SaaS businesses, the expense side is pretty predictable. Getting that same reliability is often a challenge on the inflow part. So looking at the Maxio subscription report, there's a projection builder, and here it'll give you in this demo instance, your customer name and transaction down to the transaction level start and end date. And then you can put probabilities in here as to do you want a haircut of 90% type retention, or if you can do an uplift. You can say assume a 5% uplift on these renewals, and it'll schedule it out for you. But that really outside of to build it, I've downloaded a AR aging, and then that's what you've already built. It's in flight for collection. The critical part is what's coming up for renewal. And Maxio has all that great data of your existing contracts and what are scheduled for renewal, so you can act on that to ensure that you're billing and have that renewal inflow for that next wave of cash inflow. And then the third element would be if you're using Gong or your CRM to work with your go-to-market team, and then you could layer that piece on it. So for this video, we've got what Maxio is throwing out as the cash, basically renewals forecast. You've got your AR summary, aging, and then I've got a detail of hosting and other operating expenses that'll be coming out of the business. And then I use Claude to assist with creating a 16-week rolling forecast. And the cool thing was it looked at the aging buckets and came up with this and then weighted it. It has some offset type logic in here to when are you going to get the cash receipt from the time of the renewal. And then it detailed out your inflows from your aging buckets and then your outflows from what I provided as far as like a cash outflow. And then I asked it to give me a dashboard that would allow me to do a what if scenario. So I've got like an assumed $5 million balance for this company. And then where do we end up in week 16 based on this? So if you look at your renewal collection rate, let's say if I toggle that up and say, hey, I've got a 95%, it's dynamically updating the graph and the forecast. So here within the graph, you're seeing where your AR collections that are currently billed, how that is going to waterfall in. And then you've got your renewal billings and how that cash is coming in. And then you've got your outflows from that perspective. So say salary, I'm not going to be as aggressive in a hiring plan as the base case would say. So I can do a 20% or negative 20% adjustment, or say I'm going to get really bullish. Now I got a problem with my ending cash is dropping quicker. So just allowing you to leverage where is the business at. But again, it gets back to the building blocks of where is the source of truth to build these type of projections. That's where I love like this type of functionality within Maxio, that it can give you that base real contract data down to the granular level that you can assess each of the renewals and be able to weight that appropriately. But then with the add-in of AI, it allows you to get to these type of what if easy scenarios to say what, like in this instance, my renewal collection, if I said that was a 3-week, again, offset, that shows the negative effect to cash. Hopefully that helps. Again, there's ton of solutions out there, but this also gives you something that is probably what you already have licensed in Excel right now, and add in with Claude or other AI solution. And then Maxio as the source of truth for the baseline data allows you to get a pretty active and robust and tight cash forecast for the business.